Hey YouTube, coming at you with viewer submitted Catch Cup team from Sphero95. So you see is legend, but these 2388. And he actually submitted with it saying it's a shadow. It's just a shadow shiny Flygon, like showcase. not just more of a flex than an actual showcase. But so let's go over his team. I'm like, okay, Catch Cup. What have I seen in Catch Cup? And I've mostly seen Open Great League, but I've seen also Great League with like a lot of flyers. You got your Mandibuzz, you got your Glygars and Mantines, a decent amount of Annihilapes. I was like, so this team can kind of deal with like everything. You got Empoleon, which you can do with a lot of the flyers. Flygon will give you some steel coverage. Skeletor is kind of unique and it can hit like, it can hit darks, it can hit ghosts, it can hit steals, it can hit a lot of things, right? So we'll see how this is in action. This is a pretty good lead, right? Because you're doing super effective with the mud shots. You got Scorching Sands here. Going for the bait. Lands the bait. Gets a shield. Goes back to back. Doesn't even fake the Scorching Sands here. I guess you're worried about if you have to maybe use, well, you'd have to use one here on CMP anyways. Not CMP. Go for the catch. They go for the catch. And it's a Carbink. So that is not great. Because Rock is obviously doing super effective against the fire. Shadow Ball. Yeah. Oh, 1252. I was like, whoa, that hurt a lot. 1252. Okay. Well, not much you can do there against 1252. So they're just going to Steel Wing, super effective down. They come in. Shadow Ball would hurt. Yeah, that would hurt. Holy smokes. Get the farm down before the Incinerate even registers. Crazy. Get off a Hydro. Now it's going to be a Dragon Claw. Do you have Drill Peck? Or is that just a single move and you just press? Did you have two moves or did you just only have one move? I didn't check that. I'll check that when it comes around next time. Back-to-back Dragon Claws. Have a shield. Now can you get to a Dragon Claw? And no, not before they. Mantine's so freaking spammy with the wing attack air release here. Okay, so that's an interesting come in here against the ground Pokemon. Okay, so this is a great matchup for you. Yeah, shield up anything, Stone Edge or, I mean, Earthquake is obviously when you. Stone Edge would be resisted because of the ground, but like, you're a Shadow Flygon. You're not very bulky in the Great League anyway, so. Do land that, keep switch, have a ton of health. Yeah, that was a weird coming. Scorching Sands. I assume no, I'm going to make the instant swap here. I guess that's actually a pretty smart idea. I totally forgot it was on the lead. And what is on the lead was a Poliwrath, which Skeldridge has like a neutralish matchup at best against. And that's a one-shot. Holy smokes. Versus non-shadow? Yeah, wow. I was going to say, this has like a neutral matchup at best, and then Empoleon has a bad matchup. So you kind of needed to try and save this bit. Not going to get to the Scorching Sands. Everything's resisted, but these counters are going to add up once this hit. Okay. I think you could just shoot. Yeah. It's a Trailblaze, so that would have hurt. And now you have a Drill Peck. You do have a Drill Peck, so it's just a blind throw maybe on the Mantine there. Yeah, they just gave you like a farm down win condition. Going straight, going straight for Dragon Claw because Scorching Sands is resisted. So chip as fast as you can. We're gonna shield. My money is on a Feather Dance. There's honestly no reason not to. And again, you're a legend and I'm not, so do whatever you want. But in that scenario, because you are so low here, right? These wing attacks are doing a ton to you. So they let the first move go, and it only does like 50% because you're doing resisted mud shots. So you're already down to the yellow here. There's no way that if I'm them, I'm throwing anything but Feather Dance here. Because a Feather Dance, even if it doesn't take you out, you've already shown that a Dragon Claw cannot take them out from 50% anyways. and now your attack is lower times 2. Like if they lower your attack with Feather Dance, at best you can do 25% of the remaining health. So they live. The Feather Dance would still chip you low enough so they can wing attack down. So there's absolutely no reason on their part to throw anything but a Feather Dance. So it just seems like a wasted shield here, especially that you just have to reset anyways into something else. So reset, they may get a move off here. Yeah, so now you kind of have to respect the Brave Bird. It is just a Feather Dance, but like now you're down 2 shields. Feather Dance lowered. Jeez, this is a bad spot to be in here. So they still shield up to Disarming Voice. They don't need to shield up both, yeah, because your attack is lower times 2. Scald will take you out. They'll have some energy. You got to come Flygon because counter is going to... Oh, why would you bait there? Maybe they don't have 2 moves, but... Now you... Oh my goodness. I have no idea why you throw Icy Wind in that scenario. Okay, they let it go, and out comes a Skarmory. Yeah, Scorching Sands is the right move. Both resisted, but Scorching Sands obviously harder hitting, plus chance to lower something. Skeldurge, get the actual Incinerate through, which is nice because sometimes they don't come through, but this will take you out anyways, which is fine. I think you had to just do that. They try and catch, do not get it, and now it is Brave Bird's not going to take you out, so they have to go Sky Attack first, then Brave Bird. Oh, double Sky Attack would, but you're going to get to 2 moves. Yeah. What a weird combo that was on their end. I don't know why they Icy Wind you there. I think you definitely lose if they just Scald you there. I don't know what that was. Mantine, right? These are what I expect everywhere. Let's see how this matchup goes, because Mudshot's resisted, but these claws come fast. An Ice Beam is going to obliterate you in a second here. So if they have Ice Beam, you're in a tricky spot. Water Pulse is neutral because you're half dragon. It's just an Aerial Ace, not quite enough to take you out. So you'll get a couple moves here, but they're going to still be able to take you out. And they give up Switch, and get you out. That's okay. Skeldurge comes in. Crunch would be super effective. So you kind of have to respect it. This thing is tanky though. Going to bait. They may just match shields, but this is kind of a risky bait. Yeah, I don't love that bait there either, because they're in that... Again, what am I doing telling the legend what to do and not do? The reason I don't like that bait there is just looking at the situation here. Your Incinerates are clearly not enough to take it out. A Crunch from them would do a lot. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that like, I can bait because they're going to want to match shield, so they're going to throw the Crunch and still try and chip me here. So it's not a bad thought process, but if I'm on this end, for me the risk is not worth the reward here, right? Because the difference between Disarming Voice and Shadow Ball is like maybe, not that Incinerate is a short-term move, but like it's maybe 1 Incinerate overall. And I always say in certain scenarios, like grab a shield or take them out, and this is one of those where it'd be like grab a shield or take them out, because if you don't land this, this is what I mean by the risk is not worth the reward. If you don't land this, and again, I don't know how this matchup ends up, but if you don't land this, you put yourself in a big hole here, right? Because if they let that go and still get to the Crunch, now you need to make a decision about, do you go down 2 shields, which is what you're going to do. Just a Psychic Fang bait. Okay. So you have energy, but now you're down 2 shields. I'm assuming they're just going to sacrifice the Mantine and just try and sweep with whatever's in the back. Okay. They end up shielding. Interesting. Good catch. So I would just... So unless they have something really weak to fire in the back, like a second... Okay. I don't know why they just didn't go 2 shield, especially Incineroar. Incineroar, yeah, okay, they beat you anyways. So two things out of that. I don't think that risk versus reward is there, because they're like, if you don't land, if you are in that situation, you need to like grab a shield or take them out, because if that does not land, you just put yourself into like a screwed situation. You're down 2 shields, or you lose Switch, or like, so you're kind of screwed from the start. Also, don't know why they shield Mantine. Unless they're worried about fighter, but 2 shield Incineroar should be the fighter in most cases. Unless it was like a Poliwrath, but... Okay. Flygon against Mantine again. Again, not a good matchup, and they are freaking everywhere. I'm actually pissed because I only have 1 Mantine at like a 10, 15... And people are like, don't you have... Like, did you get one? I'm like, no, I did not get a good IV Mantine this freaking whole season. Nice catch on the Ice Beam. Okay, this is a decent answer. Power Up will take you out, yeah. So if you want to get a move off, you have to shield here. Going to get a resisted Hydro over neutral Drill Peck. Why are we doing this? Is the resisted Hydro over neutral? I can't imagine that this is the right move. Undercharging. Okay, you grabbed 2. What is happening here? There's no way. There's no... Okay. Maybe I'm going to ask... First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this and go to PV Poke and do a battle. Because there's no way that a resisted Hydro does more than a neutral Drill Peck. So put you down a shield. We'll just do Hydro here. Resisted Hydro does 38 damage. 30.4%. So what did I say? 36 damage. 36 damage. And Drill Peck does 42 damage. Yeah, not surprising. A neutral Drill Peck should do more. Yeah, so throw neutral Drill Peck in that situation. I'm surprised they're shielding. Again, this is 2300 range this late in the season, so I'm not surprised some of these plays from your opponents are being made. Like, there's no reason to double shield there, especially when you threw Hydro Cannon the first time. Like, you would easily, like I said, that's like less than 50%. They would easily live. And the Steel Wings are resisted. So I don't know. I think your opponent just threw this entire matchup. Going to get this off. This will chip a lot. Will take out? Probably not. Pretty tanky. Galacopod resisting the Muds. Dragon Claws. Probably 50. No, not quite 50. So this may leave them with like a couple HP. That's exactly what it leaves them with. You either let this go and just incinerate down and hope to get to a move. And then incinerate one more and get to a move to take them out. Yeah. That's the thing about incinerate. If you can like incinerate an opponent down with like 1 incinerate, it's so much energy. It's so much energy. Flygon, bad. Yeah, you got to get out of there because the Dragon Mask would be super effective. They are staying in. Even a Dragon Claw bait would hurt. So like, it is a superpower and bail. That's smart on their end. This will take them out. So they may let it go, or they may shield and then just get out. Okay, gonna go 2 shielded. Other stuff. Reggie, Hydro. I don't know, like 50% probably from a Shadow. Not gonna find out. They are going to take you out. Yeah, let this go. When you have a Flygon, that's an easy answer here. Flygon will resist. No, they will not resist Focus Blast because you are Ground and Dragon, not flying. That's a one-shot. Out comes a Tapu. Ooh. Well, again, half Dragon, which makes this Water Gun neutral. Scorching Sands does not land. Going to instant swap and shield. They go for the resisted Nature's Madness instead of a Surf because they've made every decision that you question. What is happening with this opponent? Now they get a Surf off. There we go. Okay. That's okay. Breloom, Skeldurge. Okay. Going for the bait here. Flygon always trips people up if you don't look at the typings because it literally has fly in the name and it's flying with wings. So people would think it is a flying type Pokemon all the time. I used to think it all. I still sometimes just like, oh, it's a flying. It's like, no, it's not a flying. It's a Dragon Ground. So a Dragon Ground, a Breloom would do neutral because grass would hit neutral on the Ground Dragon combo. So they get out into a bad matchup. Do take you down. Skeldurge is going to come in. Incineroar. They'll get to these moves fast, and this will hurt. Yeah, I was gonna say this will really hurt. And now you're in a weird situation here. This is neutral, so this will take out because Incineroar is so glassy. They have to shield. You have to shield back. Yeah. Breloom's pretty low. Do get to move. This should take out. I imagine Incineroar is so glassy. Not quite. But Incinerate will take it down. And then that will one-shot because it is a grass. So this is a bad matchup for you. Got to get out. Empoleon is your safe swap. Get hit with a lead. If you want, I think you can just double shield and farm with Steel Wings. Because you're going to get outpaced in the next move. But you can just shield and farm. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. It's a very easy Shadow on Shadow Steel Wing resisting the Psycho Cuts. It's an easy flip switch here, which I think you kind of have to do against Altaria. This is not bad. You're going to get a ton of chip here. They may just go one shield Altaria. Yeah, I would kind of do that as well. Because you know you can kill the Flygon with the Dragon Breath. You don't know what's in the back yet. They should instant swap if they were smart. Okay, no, just get 2 full Incinerates because now you're closer to Disarming Voice. You got to get out of there. If you had the Mana Buzz, you got to go. You made the correct decision. Your opponent made the correct decision that Altaria with a shield is the win condition. Don't let your opponent farm 2 Incinerates to put you in a weird situation and then go Moonblast. A resistant move. What do you... I know the difference between 2300 and 2750 at this point in the season is substantial. But my goodness, holy smokes. Basic just typing not happening for your opponents here. Okay, going for the CMP tie on Aerial Ace. You will live an Aerial Ace. It'll probably take you low, but you'll live. Got to instant swap because you'll probably get Wing Attack down. Man, Flygon is glassy. Do get to move. It's going Drill Peck. Does not really matter which one you do. They're going to... Yeah, I would shield because they're going to get to a dig, and there's only one reason you shield is because they want to try and land the dig. And now you get hit with a Scrafty. And now you're going Hydro. What, are we just purposely doing the wrong moves just to watch me squirm a little bit here? What is happening? And now Foul Play super effective. Oh, baiting. Why would you bait? They had so much energy after those counters on Empoleon. Why would you bait there? And out comes oh, nice catch actually. Really? First of all, is this Pokemon even gonna... What is this Pokemon's move? How did they catch that after making those stupid plays? Sludge Bomb resisted, so you're gonna take it out anyways. I do not have my pulse. Let's stop. This is one more matchup. I do not have my pulse on the skill level of the majority of people in GBL at this point. Let's just talk about history before we get into this last match. I mentioned this in my other video the other day. Second season GBL, I hit the leaderboard, and I didn't know what I was doing because the talent sucked back in the day. And then it's gotten better and better and better, and like way better. And now it seems like, I don't know if there's just enough history in the game or enough resources that people know how to catch and know how to count, and know how to do stuff, typings and everything. But the competition seems to have improved substantially. So much so that we're 2 weeks left in the season here, and those in the 2750 are constantly counting and catching and fast move timing and throwing, like doing everything you're supposed to be doing to like get to legend properly in like the 2700 range. And now we're in the 2300 range here is where these battles were. And you have a mixture of like, I know that there's a huge difference between 2300 and 2700. Huge questionable decisions by your opponent on like summoning Pokemon versus staying in Pokemon. Very questionable decisions on throwing moves, on shielding. And then they can like make catches like that. Like what is the, I don't understand the skill level of people in these various, like, again, like even within even within battle, you make like Pearson makes like questionable plays and then makes a great catch. Like, it's crazy. Going for the bait here, not a bad bait because they may just try and match shields. That's exactly what they do, and we catch a body slam. So there we go. That's a nice combo there. To be hit with a Dark Dragon, you'll get to a this, which I have to shield because Dark Dragon double weak to this. We'll take them out. Question is, they got to throw for starters? Is it worth the shield to take them out? I think so. Yeah, because you're already at the move, and this will 100% one shot, double super effective. You gotta come. Oh yeah, now you just got Flygon here, loaded with energy already. This will one shot, and instant swap here, knowing that they dumped energy and they don't have, if they're running Rock Slide and Body Slam, they're not gonna have a charge move for you. Yes, this is that last matchup is how you play properly. Like, good timing, good bait because they more likely want to get a move off and do that. Good catch on there. When you're down to one Pokemon, just getting out immediately into the thing so they don't farm up. Like those are the things that you expect to see from a legend player. Yeah, thanks for the submission. I'm still just baffled on the whole what I just saw from your opponents in some of these. But yeah, again, it's interesting. I'm just trying to think of like how many people are playing GBL right now. How many have hit legend? Because that's the thing. I'm so, if you're watching this channel, you are already in like the top 10% of the people that actually care about GBL, right? Because you got to imagine. I said yesterday, what's the? Let me just look up the total player base of Pokemon Go. Total player base of Pokemon Go. Let's see what number they give me. 63 million. 63 million people played in 2022. It peaked at 232 million in 2016. That's hilarious. Okay. So let's say there is 63 million people playing Pokemon Go. In my video the other day, I said, I bet you that maybe 10% play GBL and 90% don't even touch the game. So let's just say that's correct. That's 6.3 million people that play GBL. Which stands to assume that if you watch content creators and are on Discords and do like side tournaments, stuff like that, you are within like the 10% most dedicated people. You're in the 600,000 people, 630,000 people, most dedicated GBL players, who are like trying to team build, trying to do stuff like that. So I'm so in this as a content creator, following all the people who are like on the play Pokemon circuit, that are legend every season, that are top leaderboard every season. So like I'm in a very sort of elite look at GBL, when really GBL is not, if you look at the whole, if you assume that player base is actually 6 million people playing GBL, it's not even like, it's probably not even like 3% of what I'm actually looking at, right? The constant legends, the constant leaderboards is like a super, super small snip of actually all the people who play GBL. So it stands at like the range of people you're going to see will be those who don't know typings, who don't know matchups, who don't know anything, to the extreme here. And then I got to imagine if we're looking again, I was talking about a standard distribution. Like perfect players on the one end, don't know what they're doing on the other end. A pretty big gap of players that at least know a bit of what they're doing to players that know a ton of what they're doing. And I think a lot of you who are watching this channel are probably in that end of the range, right? You're probably above the standard distribution of like the players who play Pokemon Go that actually like know the ins and outs and mechanics of the games and what you need to do to win. Like you're learning, and again, it's a big curve, so you could be anywhere on it, but I've got to imagine that if you're putting the time and effort in like this, you're probably ahead of the majority of people who play GBL. Is that where this was going to go in the ending? I don't know. Do I ever have an idea where some of these videos are going to go? Sometimes I have a plan for my discussions. Other times I just like something happens and I'm just like, that's interesting. Let's talk about that for 10 minutes of a random part of the video. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.